Okay.
Just give it a couple seconds for it to start up and all that good shit. We really need to make an intro.
We
Intro will
do.
be intro will be really cool to have. Um, bam. All right.
So we're all the way up to the top of patch notes. We can make an intro, and I agree that we should make one. We can talk about that over the weekend, since
Yep.
we'll have time.
Welcome everyone to Press R Gaming's patch note discussions. This is your boy Aeon.
Cross Echoes. And the one with the noise in the background.
That is Grim.
Trying to edit the title.
I hate when places like Home Depot send me credit cards. Like, what the fuck I'm gonna do with Home Depot credit card? Nigga, I don't even go to the Home Depot.
What?
You.
You can do something with Home Depot credit card. Just so you know, stream's up. So say
Oh,
your highs.
hello there. Ram66. And that's all I got for you right now.
Cheesesteaks are good in wraps. Less carbs because you don't have as much bread. This is a nice healthy wrap.
Ain't nothing healthy about a cheesesteak. If it is healthy, you're not doing it right.
We got let's talk HRX and stuff. And we got patch breakdown.
Well, this should be an interesting one.
I turn my camera up to the ceiling when I beat my dick at my computer, only because paranoid about the government spying on me. Hi
Because the
everyone.
government, because the government is really spying on you, because they want to see the dimensions of your dick when you are touching it.
You want to see all the dick. Swallow the gravy.
So, okay, so this is a government conspiracy on dicks.
Yes.
Possibly.
I just want to put that out there. I just want to put that out there. This is who y'all choose to listen to at this time of night. Government conspiracy on dicks. I'm gonna keep that going for the rest of the stream. I'm just gonna say it randomly.
I also want to say that our president has tiny hands, so I believe that he has some kind of government spy ring on niggas with big hands. Hi, tiny hand Trump. If you ever watch this,
That's a euphemism.
not at all.
Trump,
Cool. Patch date. All right, cool. So the name is now up there correctly.
aka Trump got a tiny dick. Now, patch notes. Oh man.
All right, so minus the name being up there, so now we can actually dig into the patch notes. And today we're going to do it a little bit different than what we have been doing. Not only are we going to break down the patch, we're also going to talk about what we honestly believe is going to be affected based on this patch and what's been going on with League in general. So we're going to have more of an open discussion about some of our viewpoints with some of the topics we came up with, like the funneling strat and things of that nature. So today's going to be a fun day. Today's going to be a fun night.
Fun.
I would like to point out how clever it was that they put two A's for has and two A's for But I want to point out how unthorough they were for missing the A in revamp, darken, blade, and that was it.
What? It's Riot. You don't
Yeah, he
expect
just
me. We don't expect right.
No, I always expect Riot to do things half-ass. Let's talk about this half-ass Aatrox rework.
better than what he was.
I think a lot of things were better than he was.
So let's go over the first part of patch 8.13. As
Oh
I'm pretty
boy.
sure, as I'm pretty sure everybody has heard us before, we've talked way too damn much about Aatrox. So the only thing I want to mention is after he's been launched, it looks like they did a quick little uh balance patch, little quick hot fix. I feel like that's gonna end up becoming a trend. Every time a
Yeah,
champion
yeah,
comes
hot
out, the moment
fix.
they come out, quick little hot fix. And really all it is buffing base health, buffing base damage on Q, buffing the dash on his E, buffing the passive on his E, and now combo.
Yes.
Whenever he dashes, it's also going to automatically reset his his basic attack timer, and his ultimate cooldown is lowered to the
Oh, okay.
point
So,
where between ranks 1 and 3, it goes from a 140 to 120 cooldown. I
So
honestly feel like they should probably just fucking make it 130 and call it a day if they're only going to allow you to get 20 seconds.
so what ended up
That's
happening
kind
is
of dumb.
they released it and they found out that it was lackluster. It was what it was going to be, and they decided to buff everything. That's buffed. That shit's buffed. Everything's just fucking buffed.
Except his passive and his W, but yeah, just
Everything they
buff
his
it all
touched,
around.
everything
his
they
art
touched was buffed.
his art was lackluster. I don't know why they even thought about doing something like that. That's just
Aatrox is a.
ridiculous.
I don't think they're gonna do like Aatrox is in a really weird position because like no
20
matter what
seconds
they
though.
do to him, he's gonna be ass.
20 seconds though.
Eh,
Just throw out the
I don't,
whole
look,
nigga.
look.
I
We had a
mean, he's very.
conversation. We had a whole video about him. I don't want to talk about him no more.
That's true.
Just know that he is here. He will be staying, and we will talk about him again when they put his wings back in the game on his base model.
I
And you'll
Because
actually
everybody
never
was
like.
see
talking
him
about
in
his flag
Challenger.
wing.
I actually like him. I actually like this one.
I'm okay with it, but I don't want to have a conversation about it because we are gonna have so much of a damn tangent again.
Let's move
Let's go
on.
down to the first real change.
Look at those sexy skins on Aatrox. Now to someone who matters, like Irelia.
Irelia. Oh, they are trying to not make her destructively meta. She's still gonna be meta because she's way too fucking good. Just shitty in the early. But looks like they just somewhat nerfed the passive.
Nah, somewhat.
Yeah, it's a nerf. It's less damage up front, and it's more damage if you're actually able to get off the hits with those number tweaks. So less space damage, higher ratio, but the ratio is also not total. It's only bonus attack damage, so it's all about scaling, and you get more attack speed. So more if you get more hits and you actually scale, less if you just think that it's going to hurt really, really quickly. When it comes to her W, the only defensive ability she has, base damage is lowered, ratio is lowered, base damage when it's maxed out is lowered, ratio. Yeah, so now W just got a whole nerf. That is definitely different than what the hell they had up on the PvE. Last time they were making if you charge it the whole way, it was stronger. No, just a full nerf. Okay, I'm not against that. E, your oh, so E and Alt looks like your mark just lasts less, which again, good nerfs. E and R, I think that's justified. Having a mark last 6 seconds that allows her to dash around like a fucking madman, I can see that being a little bit less. Not too much because it doesn't need to be last like 3 seconds, but 5 seconds I feel is okay. Maybe 4, but meh. Overall, they're just trying to take her down so that way she's not as meta and as destructive, and Faker can't just fucking one trick. I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you mid lane anymore.
I wanna chime in on that one. I don't want to ever hear the words one trick and faker in the same fucking sentence. That dude took Riven mid lane and fucking demolished people with Riven.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah,
such
but
thing as a
no,
one
no,
trick
no,
faker.
no.
No,
One,
Reverend.
he literally has only been playing Irelia for the most part, and two, Riven can be played mid lane, so I don't want to hear none of that
She be played
bullshit.
mid lane, but
When he,
that nigga made it
when,
famous.
uh, again, a lot of
He
people can
did
do it.
he did a
A lot of
Kendrick.
people, a
If I have
lot
to slap a pussy ass nigga, I'm gonna make it look sexy. He made it look sexy.
look, a lot of people can do it, so I don't really want to hear that. Now,
Actually, Tim.
when he takes something completely not mid lane and fucking wrecks your ass with it, when he makes Soraka mid lane completely meta, I'll listen. When he makes Janna mid lane meta, I'll listen. Him getting Aurelia, him getting Riven, when Riven can beat the shit out of you top and can do jungle.
Let me see that man take a Lowy mid. Then we're talking.
There we go. Take a Lowy mid. Barely getting your tentacles and still wrecking somebody's booty hole. I want to see that.
I actually want to see that now.
Hey, Breaker Monday.
I'm taking her mid.
Braum makes a very fun mid. I was very surprised at how incredibly tilting a fucking Braum mid can be when I got fucked by one.
You think that's bad? I want you to fight against a Braum top lane going tanky in Earth.
This fucking gay, man. That's just...
It's just no.
Speaking of, they release Earth today, right?
Yep.
I haven't logged into the fucking client today because I have like other things to do non-league related. But we are definitely probably going to stop this after the patch notes and play some Earth potentially.
Well, remember, we're not just doing patch notes because it's going to end up turning into a discussion. But when the discussion's over, sure, because I've already played Earth.
I haven't. I've been playing it on PBE.
Next part. Oh, God. I don't want to talk about Kindred anymore. I don't. I just don't.
I mean...
It's not horrible. Like it's a revert. It's a revert back to what Kindred was supposed to originally do with Wolf's Frenzy, which isn't a bad thing. But when Kindred came out, Kindred was broken. And people complained about Kindred being broken. And now...
I was good with her.
And now, I'm not saying, oh, yeah, you were good with her because she was... Well, wait, you said good with her or you said you were cool with her?
I said I was good with her because she was strong as hell. I was using her everywhere.
Right, but that's the problem. She was broken because they overtuned her to just force somebody that's an AD carry to work in jungle. As much as people don't like how Graves was changed, I appreciate it for the simple fact of they made a simple change that they weren't aiming to make him work in the jungle, but it makes him work in the jungle. This is like, nope, we're going to give you this and give you this and give you all these things to make sure you're going to work in the jungle. And, but you're not going to be broken. You're not going to overpower the living fuck out of the damn jungle. We're going to take some of that away to try to fix that. Then we're going to rework you to try to fix you. Then we're just going to give you all the shit we took away back. So you reworked her to make her better and then gave her all of her shit back to make her better again. Yeah, she's gonna hurt really fucking bad soon if they just keep buff after buff after buff after buff. So we'll see, but it's nice, but how about just figure out what the fuck you want to do with the champion? I'd feel really happy if they just figured out what the fuck they wanted to do. That would make me happy.
Luckily, we're not in the game for your happiness. Next.
All right, Lucian nerf. Well deserved. They didn't really nerf his base abilities, so they didn't really nerf a lot of his damage. His attack growth, it's taking an okay hit. It's not that much of a hit, so I'm not really upset about that.
Wait, they halved his power on minions?
On his ult.
That's gay.
Because he was clearing out the minions and then just like quick as hell and then just lighting everybody up.
Right. Yeah. So I understand it. He has to figure out what he wants to do with his damn ult now. Does he just want to clear a wave extremely powerfully and then gun to you? Or does he want to try to use it tactically? And now you actually have kind of like a tactical thing to do because you can hide behind the minions if he's plowing your ass too damn much. You got to think twice about when the hell you're going to use it. Because you also got to think about something. You got to think about something. 400% damage to minions? I don't give a fuck how weak your ult is. 400% damage to minions. Quadruple damage to minions. The fuck? The fuck kind of scaling?
Look, that's the only black man in the game.
And you letting him just shoot innocent bystanders. That's basically what minions are. Innocent bystanders.
I mean, his entire fucking kit is horribly offensive. I'm surprised if they made a watermelon skin. That's probably the only thing they can make it more offensive. That would be hilarious.
Next skin. Next patch. Next. Motherfucking next. On the grave
and menthols.
Great ancestors. Please go to the next one.
And menthols.
Only black man in the game got to drive by and all.
Yo.
Only black man in the game got to drive by.
I want to see I want to see his interactions with fucking Vi and Caitlyn. I think that they could have done great things with the interactions with Vi.
Fuck police. It's like, oh no.
Like, why are you targeting? Why are you targeting me? Police tactics.
He has to do it when both of them are in the game. He just has to be like, oh shit.
Wait. Straight out of Compton skin.
No. Oh.
Yo, wait.
No.
Riot skin. Legit. Caitlyn, Riot Vi.
No.
West Coast Lucian.
No.
I saw this
Bloody
amazingly funny
Roots.
game on YouTube where
Root solution.
they kept targeting the Lucian, and he asked, "Why are you targeting me?" And I think it was a Vi jungle, and the Vi responded, "Police tactics." That's where I got that from, and it's fucking hilarious, but not hilarious at the same time.
Okay. Too far of a tangent. Real
Let's go to
quick.
Pike.
Let's talk about Pike. You know, dark skinned it, but not really black. All right, so
Does that make him Indian?
I don't know.
It's just,
I'm not talking about Dot. I'm not talking about Feather. I'm talking about Dot.
I know. You would have said Native American.
What the?
We're not racist. We know the difference.
Oh my great Black History Month. What is going on here?
It is definitely not Black History Month. It's actually Gay Pride Month.
Listen here, every month is Black History.
Why
Except
is
for
your
this month.
screen so black?
Because my face is in it. Shut up. I'm
Man.
pretending to be what? I'm
Shine
pretending
some
to be
light
Wesley
on you.
Snipes. I'm pretending to be Wesley Snipes.
Shine some light on you.
I'm pretending to be
Anywho.
Wesley Snipes.
Anywho,
It's hilarious.
Pike.
HR at my job had said I couldn't make any AIDS jokes because it was like gay Pride Month, and I sat there. It was like, I'm sure that you telling me not to make AIDS jokes because of Gay Pride Month is probably a little worse than me making actual fucking AIDS jokes about
Right.
someone
You're
who
trying
is
to make-
not even gay. AIDS and homosexuals are not always in the same fucking in the same fucking sentence every time. I mean,
Exactly. AIDS and monkeys are.
like I think like 50%, 50% of the time.
I never heard an age joke when playing Winston.
He's a gorilla. He's not a monkey.
I just
We
made
didn't
lots
get
of.
AIDS from fucking gorillas. We got crabs from fucking gorillas.
I just made a lot of Magic Johnson and Charlie Sheen jokes.
Wait,
No.
talking about who? So wait. For one, wait, that don't sound great. Okay, look. First of all, you have to actually catch a gorilla. Okay.
This
Just
is a
to catch
weird
gorilla.
tangent. I went from
A
making
gorilla, a
jokes.
gorilla is strong as shit, bro.
This is going towards bestiality. I don't even think I want
Look.
to talk about bestiality on the stream.
Can we go back to Pike?
Matt's the one that said it. No, you said it. I want to know who the hell did all that work thinking that he's going to fuck a gorilla and then came back with crabs. Like, that's a lose-lose. He's like, yo, I finally beat the gorilla. I whooped the gorilla's ass and took some cheeks. Went home. Scratch. Damn. The
Wait,
gorilla won again.
Let's put this. I can put this to the rest. Let's Google it.
I don't want to Google this. I just want to know why, who would go through all that and lose.
It wasn't technically gorillas. It was ancestors. So back
I
when
don't
we were
care.
like Neanderthals and shit, apparently Neanderthals, or not Neanderthals, but
How strong
Human-
was he?
Homo sapien ancestors screwed gorilla ancestor, made us get lice. Every
Why?
mammal has one species of lice. We are the only mammal that has two species of lice. And our species of lice, aka crabs, resembles the species of lice that is in gorillas. So some dumbass fucking old ancient nigga fucked a gorilla. There you go. Let's talk about
I want to
Pike.
say there are
When
also
talking
there are
about
plenty of species of lice that humans can get. That's bullshit. Two, aren't you more likely to get lice if you have straight hair? Just saying.
That's why I was talking about crabs, because they are lice. They're only lice that exist on your pubes.
That's not completely true either.
So you're telling me you can get crabs in your hair,
You get crabs. You can get crabs overall
anywhere that's hair on your
infesting
body?
anywhere that has hair.
Look, can we stop talking about fucking crabs?
Can we yeah. Cause
Just
I
like
see this one girl-
scabies.
Yeah.
Let's talk about someone that hunts crabs. Pike.
Oh, he got lobsters? Because I met one girl who had lobsters. Those Jones was husky, man. Those are evolved crabs. Those
I
are
wouldn't-
crabs that they migrated and then they just live there. Like they stay. That's their summer home and shit.
I would never
Like,
fucking admit to that. A and B, give her a shout out.
Pike.
yeah.
When it comes
Pike.
to Pike, his health growth got lowered. His armor and magic resistance got buffed. Just to compensate. So less health, more resistances. Besides that, his AD ratios got increased on his E and his R, incentivizing you to buy more AD instead of just play Pike as a fucking tank because he gets AD from health. Still feels though it's fucking weird, but whatever.
Yeah, I did that.
Also, they fucking nerfed some of the base stats. Besides that, it's just Pike shit. It's gonna incentivize you to buy AD, so we'll be seeing more Pikes with fucking Yomus instead of more Pikes with Deadmans.
Actually, this actually boosted his damn. This E is actually boosted now.
So it feels like League wants to make sure that no one they get comes out fucking tanky. At a certain point, League is like, oh yeah, maybe we should move away from fucking insane tanks or people who are tanky who should not be tanky.
Yeah, basically.
Long story short, they had enough of the tank meta. They don't want people to bitch about the tank meta again. So
Look,
we're not going to see the tank meta until season
How
10.
about we just do a whole?
I don't believe it.
Let's make a whole let's make a whole damn game just based off of DPS.
I guarantee the next champ that Riot fucking puts out and lets everyone know about is gonna be an actual fucking wall. It'll be a wall with fucking legs and arms, like on
That'll be
Monster
when they
Rancher.
rework. That'll just be when they rework Malphite. They already said that they want Malphite to be able to turn into a fucking structure. They just haven't figured it out yet.
Damn.
So don't worry.
So they
They're
turn
already
him into the clay guy, the clay guy off of
Clayface.
fucking yeah.
Clayface. Yeah. So right now we got Akali. Then we have Nunu. So when Malphite pops up, just know they figured out how to make him a wall.
Nunu is so under fucking whelming. Like I feel like Nunu is the Mia Khalifa of fucking jungle.
Nah, that's a Mumu.
Yeah, Mumu's the Mia Khalifa. Oh, God damn.
He literally cries.
Poor Mia. Poor Mia.
See, you can't really say that about Nunu because as much as he's underwhelming, he's still pretty fucking broken and always finds ways to pop up and just be broken for stupid fucking Nunu reasons.
No. Don't get this twisted. He's not broken. He is annoying.
Well,
That's all
right,
it is. Because he easily gets shut down.
I won't say broken. I'll say he finds ways to be extremely viable for no reason. Not broken, but viable as fuck for no reason.
He's just as viable as a damn Vi-alt at the end of the game.
True.
Get somebody.
But that's why I'm saying it's amazing on how that works. It's amazing on how shitty he is, but it happens. But going back to patch notes, let's talk about these simple buffs that they want to talk about.
Not really much. Like base damage down, attack damage up. Percentage.
Gragas is getting some buffs. Jarvan's getting some buffs so he can fight in the jungle. From what I've been hearing, from what I've been seeing, they're saying Gragas buffs are going to make him better at being a support than better at being a jungle, but we'll see what ends up happening because a lot of people have been playing Gragas support recently. They're trying to fix some of the...
It's just his cooldown. So that's all it is.
All right, but it's just going to allow him to sustain a little bit better.
No, at max, it's at 4%. At max, it was at 4. Now it's just 5 all around.
Right, which means it's better. Right, it's better for early. But the big point is, he's been seeing a lot of support play because he can be a very interesting, engaged, tanky support. So it's just going to help him be a better support, since that's where Gragas is kind of falling right now. But looking at Jinx, their critical strikes now double. Oh yeah, that's right. Now your rockets crit, which is going to be very interesting. They're trying to fix some of the fuck ups they did with crit champions, so that they don't take off as fast, but they're still viable. Since bot lane is in the weirdest fucking mess it's ever been in.
Which is why I don't want to support bot lane. I'm wanting to start supporting top and let solo be bot.
Look, I don't blame you, but allowing her rockets to crit, allowing Zap's damage to be more just from the fucking scaling. Kalista, they're boosting up her rend. A lot of ADCs that got screwed, or just ADCs that are hurting, they're trying to just give them little tiny compensation buffs to make sure that they're actually fixing them up correctly. They're trying to do some very interesting shit to Kassadin by just giving him some good scaling buffs, and then
But
his
uh,
W
they,
now has a
they,
1 mana cost.
they,
The same thing that
why?
they kind of did to Talia.
What's the point? Like,
Actually, it
what's
has
the
a
point?
it has a point. It has a good point. The interaction with Tyr. If it doesn't cost mana, it doesn't really give you a good interaction with Tyr. But now that it only costs 1 mana, it gives you a good interaction with Tyr, so you can get Tyr to scale up better and scale up easier.
If whatever.
It doesn't scale if you use your W when when it doesn't cost mana. But if it costs any kind of mana, it now actually interacts with Tyr. Does it make sense? Yes.
Yeah,
Should it be 1? Fuck no. But whatever.
that's
They're
what I
only making
mean.
it.
But
They're only making it 1, so it doesn't feel like it costs anything, since it used to not cost anything. If they would make it 10 or 20, it would feel like a nerf. But if it's only 1, well, 1's basically 0.
except
Let's see.
for his one.
I said basically 0. 1 is closer to 0 than 10 is. 1 is closer to 0 than 20 is. So I think people would take 1 over 20.
No, I wouldn't.
So you'd rather have a 20 mana cost.
It won't even hurt him that much.
It's not about whether it's going to hurt him that much. It's about mimicking what it was.
Who cares about what it was? That's for another discussion.
I was gonna say, who cares what it was? All right, Orianna. So they just.
No, I was gonna say it doesn't matter what it was.
Cooldown's better. Cooldown's better for Orianna. Riven,
Yeah,
they
cooldowns.
buffing her ult, which is good, I guess, because Riven needs buff. Because
They
you know,
basically
Riven,
didn't do anything.
they
Bullshit.
look, tiny buffs. Look. You want Riven to get a big buff?
That's
Tiny
not even a
buff.
buff.
You want Riven to come back?
Tiny
Motherfucker, they blinked
buff.
at her.
Keep
That
that
wasn't
bitch
even
away.
tiny.
Keep
That
that
wasn't
bitch
even
away.
tiny. They blinked at her.
Tristana's getting an interesting buff.
Oh,
Buff
so
that
her ease, yeah.
Buff that
It's
explosive
about
charge.
time.
Siege mode.
Well-
Siege master mode. You ain't doing
Basically.
shit. You ain't doing shit, and your tower don't mean nothing. Tryndamere is
great.
now following the spin to win motto, because if he has Essence Reaver, spin to win.
So he's Garen, but
Spin to win.
better.
He's Freljordian Garen. Spin to winger dinger Dargan.
Please never say that again.
I did that one time and I ended up in prison for indecent exposure.
I don't want to know why.
Okay, so Twitch. Contaminate. His AIDS is stronger. Stronger AIDS.
Yeah, it's a nice little buff. It's not gonna fix him, but it's a nice little buff. Down to the nerfs.
Twitch is pretty good, actually, as a champ in general.
He's good as a champ. It's just, think about it. He's a hyper carry that needs crit because the vast majority of his damage is auto attacks.
Oh yeah, and they fucked up great, yeah.
Yeah, so that's I'm like that's not gonna help him enough.
This actually makes sense. It's about the fucking time.
What, that they nerfed Camille?
Yep.
Hook shot.
I agree with that because she's been pretty fucking dominant, whether it's jungle or whether it's top. So, and everybody's been maxing out hook shot first. So, that's a well deserved.
Oh god, rip to Talia in the future. They're gonna fuck her.
Yeah, but that's the future. That's not now. And Talia's getting a new skin soon, so they're not gonna nerf her until fucking after Worlds.
I wonder if like every time a Riot employee decides to like make a fucking buff towards a woman, I'm putting this bitch in her place. Every fucking time, right? Like, you playing her Talia? You playing Talia jungle? The jungle don't look like back in your place. Back to the mid.
Possibly. Yay! They're fucking nerfing Mundo.
Who
I don't think that was
cares,
necessary.
Mundo? Who cares? Who
care.
really cares? Like, Mundo's
need-
gonna do what Mundo do, regardless.
Listen, I need Mundo to be back in a shitty place so they can just rework him. I need him to be relaunched. I need it.
They
Yeah,
got
I
a
mean,
list.
I
They
hate
got
Mundo.
a list already. Yeah, but
I know they got a list.
it does not
They're
matter.
checking it twice, and he ain't high enough on the list. Change him. Please, God, change him. Because Mundo's either a useless piece of shit that gets countered by one item, and if that one item doesn't counter him, Mundo doesn't die. I hate Mundo.
And nice
Hey
for the
kid,
win.
guess what? I don't die.
His attacks also, the names of his attacks don't really make a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't. Masochism does not make sense on how that works, but it makes more sense than sadism because sadism really doesn't make sense on how that ability works. I get a bunch of health because you're sadistic. Yes, that's not what that word means. Mundo, punch you in the face, then you died. Great.
Master Yi.
Yeah,
They are nerfing Master Yi's Q.
They're nerfing boosting strat. That's all this is.
So,
Nerfing Master Yi, nerfing fucking Nunu, and later down they nerf Tarek simply because boosting strat. Let it burn. Let it
so
burn.
Master Yi is one of those champs that I honestly believe that if you play Master Yi or you main Master Yi, there should be like a special badge on your a
This
special badge on your fucking profile that says like
have
fucking
either of
noob.
you have either of you played against the boosting strat?
No.
apparently I played against it and won, so I wasn't paying attention what they was doing. But I don't know.
Was it Master Yi and Tarek, or was it Nunu and Karthus? Hello,
I'm not sure.
I'm thinking
I'm asking you.
it was Master Yi and Tarek.
I can see how that one's easier to fuck up because every time I end up fighting against a boosting strat, it's Nunu and fucking Karthus, and my team ends up being retarded.
So basically, the boosting strat is nothing but following around the other person and just
You don't have a
knocking it
you don't
out.
have a jungler anymore. You have a mid lane, and your mid lane is now your jungler, and your jungler is now the support for the mid lane. You take your whole entire jungle farm and you let your mid laner get it, and then you come back and you clear your wave, and you continue that trend. That way, by like 4 minutes in the game, they're 2 levels ahead of everybody with a fuck ton of CS. So by 15 minutes into the game, they're 4 levels ahead of everybody. They have a whole full completed item over everybody, and they go balls deep in you. Master Yi ults, Tarek ults, Master Yi, or Tarek puts the shield on Master Yi, and Master Yi doesn't die and just fucking 1v5s you and wins because he just continuously alpha strikes on some dumb shit. Nunu Tarek, hmm. Tarek goes Predator, pops Predator. Nunu pops his W on Tarek, or Nunu pops his ultimate on Karthus, or not his ultimate, his W on Karthus, and then Karthus ults everybody, doing a shit ton of AP to everybody, and half healthing your whole fucking team, and then the team mops that shit up. That's what the boosting strat is. Find someone that all he needs is a little bit of protection, make somebody just do nothing but protect them and funnel gold into them, and then I'm a carry, hold my beer type shit.
Yeah, that's why
So,
that shit didn't work. Yeah, that's exactly why that shit did not work. Because while they was doing that stupid shit, we pushed bot lane in
right.
heavily.
All you see, that's all you got to do. Whatever lane they're not going towards, just push and
Push it.
funnel everything into that one fucking lane. If you know if you know the jungler and the mid laner aren't coming to the bot lane, then your jungler basically needs to be a 3v2 in bot lane until bot lane is pushed out.
It was a three.
If they're going
It was.
top, 2v1 top. But
It
that
was
was
a
my
three.
problem.
It was a 3v1. It was a 3v1 top at in the beginning from the
See,
minutes and shit.
that's my problem though. When I was doing it, they were stupid and my jungler didn't know what the fuck it was. So my jungler just did basic jungle stuff. And I'm like, no, don't fight the mid lane because he's fed. And it's a Karthus. So if he dies, guess what? He's gonna kill you because you don't know what the fuck to do against Karthus. And we lost. So I'm happy that Nunu's getting nerfed. Actually,
Well,
Nunu's isn't a nerf. Nunu's is interesting. Nunu's is just, hey, if I build AP, it's gonna be a lot stronger, but I have to build a lot of AP. And they're nerfing the attack speed just so that if he gets enough AP, if he gets 200 AP, it goes back up to the same attack speed late game.
the thing is though, that's not really like, oh no, I need a strategy against the boosting strat. When the lane is exposed, just go to the exposed lane. Like
That's the
that's
problem, though. Usually, when the lane's exposed,
simple.
great. If the jungler pops up mid lane, then what's going to happen is them two are going to come out of the jungle and pop up mid lane, and then it's going to be a 2v2 mid lane. The only problem is one champion's going to be fed, very fed. You can go try to fight the Nunu, but Nunu's going to slow you and get away while Karthus fucks you up. If you try to attack the Taric instead of attacking the Master Yi, it's Taric. Stun, alt, or just W because I'm tanky, or 3 heals to 5 heals. So
That sounds
they have
like people
leverage.
got bad. That just sounds like somebody people got bad focus because if they gonna focus on somebody that's fed instead of the person that's struggling at this current moment.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they usually don't focus on the person that's fed. They try to focus on the person that's behind. But because they're just a support utility character, it doesn't even matter if you kill them half the damn time. And most times they get away because they have enough utility to make sure they can get away. That's why the strat works. That's why it's been working in fucking LCS and all the pro play. People that know how to focus and know what to do. They were still getting their asses kicked to it. Because what do you do when someone's 3 levels ahead of you with a full item ahead of you? You're gonna get fucked. There's ways to counter it. There's been plenty of ways that they've shown how to counter, but it's definitely not fighting them. When you're in lane normally, you don't fight the person that's 3 levels ahead of you. You play defensive.
Well, people are stupid.
This is very true, but that's the reason why they're just nerfing the strat because they don't want it to basically be an overbearing pain in the ass, like everybody's been saying. I faced it; it's an overbearing pain in the ass. It's not impossible to defeat, but it is annoying. But
People are just
yeah,
idiots.
Orange getting nerfed. I guess tanks aren't even strong, so I don't really see why the fuck they're nerfing Orin. But okay. Thank God Sin's just getting nerfed. That makes me happy. Because he's annoying. Not that heavy of a nerf, but it's a good enough nerf, so I'm happy. Taking out maximum health damage is always not a bad idea. Is always a good idea to me.
I do like that they fucking took away his movement speed boost when he's using his ult.
Yeah, that's stupid. I'm mad that they actually let that slip through the code. I get it. Potion's in the name, but really? Really, Riot? That's just bad coding.
I think they wanted him to be a little faster. I don't think they
No.
thought about how much they were making him.
No. The whole entire point of Time Work Tonic is for it to work with consumables. And ult is not a consumable. And that's why I'm kind of irritated by that, because what it sounds like is they said consumable, they did some type of freaking code loop or code if statement where it's like, hey, if it says potion in the name, it works. No. How about if it's a consumable? Because that's what Time War Tonic is supposed to do. Because you consumed it. A ward's not a consumable. Be affected by it. Most items in the shop wouldn't be affected by it.
Okay, so what if he was? All right, so what if he was gay and used to consume dick?
I'm sorry.
Consume your own dick.
I don't even understand where that came from. I don't even. Okay.
He want to throw a dick joke. If you want to throw a dick joke, talk about Tark.
Tark's like the first and only openly gay fucking character in the game. Yes, he's definitely fucking gay.
Israel.
No, he's fabulous.
He's definitely fucking Israel.
You sure he's the bottom? I mean, you sure he's top?
Yeah, sure. True.
I think he's getting fucked by Ezreal, if anything. Look at that Ezreal poke game. Look at that Ezreal poke game. He poking the shit out of him.
Have you seen Game of Thrones, my good sir?
Duh.
Okay. So that Lannister knight who beat the mountain, he was always poking. But it turned out that he liked being poked.
Do you know what the opposite of Christopher Walken is?
Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeves. Rest in peace, Christopher Reeves.
Going back to Tarek, just nerfs. Fix the bug when Tarek's W was granting more armor than intended? Oh, that's interesting. I don't even want to know how they fucked up their math on that, but okay. Oh, and they actually buffed the armor ratio because they nerfed the base damage. Alright, I'm okay with that being on Dazzle. That's an okay change. And then Alt just got the cooldown increased. I'm not okay with that. That's annoying. I understand why they did it, but that's still annoying. Vlad's getting a nerf because Vlad is pretty fucking strong right now, so that's understandable. And it's not that heavy of a nerf, so I'm not that pissed about it. And Spell Thief. Because, yeah, that's what makes Zoe broken. Spell Thief.
Of course, you didn't know that.
Let's nerf damage on that. Also, the movement speed. Ooh. It's gonna get nerfed late game when you max this ability out last, so you're not gonna feel it until level 18. Because every game's going to level 18 right now. Ooh. Fuck
Of
that.
course, you didn't know.
That's stupid. Rageblade nerf. That's deserving.
Very.
I can say that's deserving. Taking the scaling on the attack damage and the ability power down to 2.5 instead of 4. That's deserving. I'm okay with that. And the only other real change that they have listed is, hey, let's funnel all this shit into fucking domination because we really want people to take Hail of Blades. So we're also going to buff Hail of Blades and make it easier to use after we buff the attack speed last patch. It's a dumb fucking keystone. This shit is so goddamn niche. How did you make another keystone that's just as fucking niche as Glacial Augment? And you put it in the assassination tree. How?
I still have not used Glacial Augment like successfully with
I still
anything.
didn't use half the keystones.
I've used damn near all of them. And the ones that disappoint me the most is probably Domination. Granted, 2 of Dominations aren't bad. I'll admit that. I can't say Electrocute's good or bad because it's literally just Thunderlord's Decree. And in my opinion, Thunderlord's Decree sounds a lot cooler than just Electrocute a motherfucker. So, that's my gripes with that. But Hail of Blades, the only thing Domination has for it, in my opinion, is the Hunter mechanic, and Keystones are cool because they work. Dark Harvest works, but it just fucking tells you, hey, I'm just gonna go power farm for 20 minutes and then come back and bitch smack somebody. Predator's cool because I'm just gonna run across the map like a goddamn moron, but it's still also kind of niche because it's just movement speed. Ooh, I'm running at you dumb fast. Stun. Predator has now been countered. I will go wait until this is off cooldown in 3 minutes. Meh.
Yep.
Just bitch smack somebody with a stun, nothing happens. So, funneling all this shit into domination, we're gonna make it give you more stats if you whatever. Make it give something interesting. It gives the same exact fucking stats as if you take sorcery. That's boring to me. That is dumb boring. They couldn't make it buff your movement speed a little bit. They couldn't make it give you penetration a little bit. They couldn't make it give you something a little bit more interesting than just damage again. And they keep going back and forth. Either sorcery gives more damage or domination gives more damage. That's stupid. Because then one's always going to be a better pick. It's just stupid.
They nerfed the unsealed spell book.
This isn't a nerf. This is a buff.
No, they reduced the cap for unique unique summoners. Actually,
Yeah, that means you need to only cast 6 instead of casting 8 for you to switch them out. That's a buff. And the cooldown reduction per summoner spell went from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. They buffed it because ever since they reworked it, it's been shitty. Granted, it did need a rework because it was too fucking viable on every goddamn body.
true. Never mind, that is a buff. I was reading it wrong. I thought they
Nerfed it.
yeah.
I didn't see them nerfing that. Besides that, you have more like gameplay changes where basically they changed how early game snowballing is going to work. Change death timers to make them less. Change bounty gold when you're doing 2 kills, and I believe that is back to where it was when they made it more team fighting both focused instead of making it snowball focused. They did buff your gold though. Instead of 200 to 325, they made it 300 to 500 when you're 3 to 6 kills deep. If you're 6 kills, or if you have more than 6 kills, you get an additional 50 gold instead of an additional 25 gold when you're shutting somebody down. So that'll be good for shutting somebody down. But turret gold is less. So weird changes to early game snowballing. It's not going to snowball you if you're pushing lanes. It's going to snowball you if you just shut down the person that is now snowballed. So that's the buff. Weird little jungle change. Well, not a weird little jungle change. It's weird that this wasn't a thing in the past. Anything from Bomby Cinder or Cinder Hawk or the passive from Tooth, so basically any burn damage, wasn't killing non-buff champions or non-buff camps. So large monsters weren't being killed by dot damage, which is weird. Good that it's now there, but still weird. And besides that, obviously we have the versus event that's going on. Who do you fuck with? God King Garen or God King Darius? I fuck with God King Darius no matter how much he tilts me, but I hate his
Darius.
name. I hate his name. That's the only thing I hate about his concept.
Darius. Though I think the skin, overall, skin wise, I think the Garen skin looks better. But I think the Garen's Darius skin is on a better champ.
I have an axe that turns into a fucking scythe. I want it.
You don't
Ooh,
even fucking
Garen.
play him. You don't even play him. You don't even like him as a champ.
No, I don't. But is it cooler? Yes. But do I hate him? Oh god, yes. He tilts me more than anybody else in this fucking game. Fuck Darius. Fuck Darius. Fuck Darius. Darius, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Fuck him. I'm gonna smack you with my axe and heal. Fuck you. Ugh. That is it for us, at least just going over the patch.
We're not gonna go over instant feedback, bug fixes,
Fuck bug.
Gives a damn about they bug fixes.
upcoming skins.
We
Ooh
just talked about
boy.
Now we're gonna get to the actual meat of the conversation. With these changes, with these aim changes that they are doing, we're gonna talk about what this is gonna affect and what we believe is going on with League. That's what we're gonna be talking about next. So, Grim, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You can start it.
All right, since this is my idea, I will start it. Main thing that I want to talk about.
Maybe you
is the
shouldn't look
following,
at your
right?
phone the entire time like you're a rapper.
I'm looking at it because I wanted to see the note that I put. Eat me.
And you can't remember a few leak. Okay.
You didn't even write a damn note, nor did you read the text messages.
Hey, Roy,
You have no right to talk right now.
I'm so sorry that I had like
Work.
important things to do that did not involve league discussion. I'm joking. Nothing's more important than league discussion, guys.
He's lying his ass off.
I just want the record to be known. When his daughter is 18, I'm gonna show her that. I'm just gonna cut all that out and just show her that one little clip. That's why she couldn't sleep tonight. There's nothing
believe
more
it.
important than lead discussions.
That's true.
So, the thing I wanted to talk about was, in general, the funneling strat. As much as I'm happy that they are nerfing it so that it's not going to be as much of a pain in the ass, I'm kind of sad about that. Because now that we're in this very interesting form of the meta being shaken the fuck up, and bot lane doesn't have to just be a boring ass fucking lane of 80 carry and support. I know you might not agree with that, Grim, but that's my feeling.
Oh no, I know exactly what you're talking about because I be feeling the boredom and the rage coming off my ADC's forehead.
But I feel like the
So-
boosting strat. I think that was a good way to like break away from the fucking norm.
Right,
It
and
feels like them getting rid of it is them trying to once again make people
Well-
conform to a specific play style.
But that's what I want to talk about. It's good to nerf it because you can't have something that's so oppressive just with 2 picks. If they nerf it in a sense where it opens it up so that more champions can do it, so that, you know, I can pick a boosting strat and you can pick a boosting strat instead of there's only 2 boosting strats, we're gonna nerf one, I'm gonna ban one, I'm gonna pick the other one, so I'm gonna win. That makes it problematic. But if they can get it to a state where, you know, maybe 50 out of the fucking 140 champions can actually do the boosting strat, that opens the gateway up so that those types of strategies can work. With the basic meta that we have, or that we've had for the past fucking 7 seasons, since the first season, the second season didn't really have it. It's like, it's been, you can do a poke composition. You can do a protect the carry composition with like Kog'Maw, and then everybody else is just there to protect Kog'Maw. So it's cool when you have things like that, because when you think about it, the boosting strat is basically just a fucking Kog'Maw proposition. hey,
True.
we're gonna funnel everything into this one person. Everybody else just be distractions or be meat shields. This one person's gonna win us the game. It's cool to do that, and it's cool to do it where it's like it doesn't have to be two bot lane, and you have to focus on your AD carry, and your top lane's just doing something, and your mid lane is I'm just gonna be all the magic damage. It's cool when you can change up and add those different types of strategies. And with what they wanted to do to open up bot lane so that other champions can work down in bot lane to kind of shake up the meta and make it a little bit more interesting, they should make it so that the boosting strat can definitely be a survivable thing, but it's also counterable. Like siege strat. It's really easy to counter the siege strat if you're smart. It's easy to counter a poke strat if you're smart. Out sustain it. It's easy to counter a protect the carry. You kill that one person and boom. But in a protect the carry type of sense, that person's not 4 levels ahead of every fucking body with a full extra item. And that's where I think the boosting strat kind of needs to be nerfed. If they can make it so that still going to kind of be on the same level as the mid laner or as the jungler, but these two are now running around and they're going to fucking just attack the map while making sure mid lane doesn't get too outpushed. You have the option of you might let that fucking mid laner farm too damn much, which is going to make them a little bit too powerful if you don't play the strategy correctly. Or even if you let that mid laner get a little bit too fucking pushed and too much farm, great. All they did was get too much farm, but we pushed our top lane to a point where now the top lane can go roam and do whatever the fuck he wants because we got the tower. All you did was get farm. If they can open up the strategy in a sense like that, it can be really healthy for a league. Because basically what everybody wants is this kind of nut-ass chaos that we have now. When everything becomes too cookie cutter, it just becomes so boring. You can have sort of kind of fun, but you'll have the fun that we've been having for the past 5 seasons. Fun, but everybody's still bitching.
True.
So how do you guys feel about the concept of the boosting strat? Or just the concept of adding more strategies that can make it different? It'd be really cool to me if I could actually do duo top lane and no jungle, and it could work.
It can work.
It's called camp
Yeah.
the fucking bot lane like the other players, Dyrus.
Yeah, but everything
Poor Dyrus.
can work in this game. I fought against a Taric top lane that fucked me up because it can work. It's not about can it work, it's about better viability. It's about not being so goddamn niche.
I played against a duo jungle, no top lane.
I feel like that was an accident.
Yeah,
that was
no,
an
they
accident.
had no, they
Like,
had
oh,
the
I
same,
thought I was the jungle this time. I bought my smite.
Well, wait, is it a jungle and a counter jungle? And specifically, your role is to fuck up the other jungler's day?
I'm about to explain it to you. These motherfuckers decide that one's gonna go Rengar, the other one's gonna go Kha'Zix.
That's not a good day.
Holy fuck.
That's not a good day.
So the first everybody's arguing.
Quick
And
question.
then-
Wait, quick question before you go into it a little bit more. Were you on
Yes.
red side or were you on blue side?
I was on red.
See, I don't like this now because I feel like if it was on blue side, that would be domination. Kha'Zix can fucking technically be top lane and just keep stealing red buff and then make the top laners fucking day all types of hell.
No,
And if the
but
jungle ever fucking
no,
meets
but-
Kha'Zix in the jungle, hey, you're isolated. You're gonna die.
no, but we won. Drastically, we won.
I
So,
imagine it was going over there, but keep going.
So basically, they made it seem like they was arguing about who was top lane, who was what, right?
Mhm.
While he was still red buff, Rengar had me and the EDC go and help him do an invade on their red buff, and then it was a wrap. Of course they got the top lane. Like, that didn't matter because by the time they realized that there's nobody top lane to do anything, so we just gonna push it in. We already was at the inhibitor for bot and mid lane because the only thing they did was gank. And when one ganked and say seen somebody was counter ganking, it was a double gank. That's all it was. It was like I'm gonna gank
oh,
mid.
you were bot lane to counter gang? Nah, it's 3-1 mid.
No, it's like mid lane. Mid lane. Talia is getting ganked by Kha'Zix. Okay, cool. Castle tries to get away. Castle tries to get away. It doesn't matter. He got knocked back the other way. And then here comes Xin Zhao coming to counter game. And then right when Zen Zhao decided he want to pop up on Kha'Zix, Rengar already altered his dumbass.
And that's what I'm talking about. Strategies like that need to be more viable. That's how you shake up the meta. Different strategies. Because different strategies opens up the idea of it doesn't really matter who's playing what role. It matters how can you make it work. How
My
can you
thing,
be a cheeky bastard and make that shit work?
my thing was, it was on my team, and I had to try so hard to make that shit work. But my whole thing was this: if they were smart and their team was not complaining, the game would have been lost. The pressure from that lane alone would have just been enough for that nasty to snowball and just fuck
Wait.
everybody
Time
up.
out, time out, time out, time out. You left an
Yes,
enemy Nasus top lane?
they left an enemy nasty top lane, and we
Oh
won.
God. Oh
And
God.
we
Oh
won.
God. That is some miracle magic right there. You let a Nasus farm by himself. Woo! That is scary.
Yeah, it
Look,
was.
that's looking at them junglers like, listen, this better work. Like this better work by 20 minutes. If it does not, he's coming, and there's
No,
nothing we can do about it.
we talk about like I don't even care at this point in time. When I was jumping in the game, I'm like, okay, I know what the game is lost tonight. And I just played. I'm like, yeah, I called the game beforehand. I'm like, okay, I don't like everybody's attitude. We're gonna lose this game. Are you gonna dodge? No. No, I don't care. Let's just get going.
We're gonna
We got
ride this
L.
bitch out.
Yeah, we're gonna ride this L, bro. What you talking about?
But see, that's what I want. I want just more strategies to be able to thrive. Besides, ooh, it's a poke comp. Yeah, but it's a poke comp where the AD carries a poke person, and the support's a poke person, and the mid laner's a poke person, and the top laner's a poke person. Even the jungler's a poke person, because now you can fucking run Talia mid. It's like
Yo,
that's great and all, but it's still the basic meta.
yo, Pete,
Yep.
we need to play a game. Dual top lane, both run TP.
All types of map. Wait, both run TP
Both
with
run
it being.
TP.
Wait, listen. Both running TP, but it
Both
needs
run
to
TP.
be. No, listen. But it needs to also be a Shen and Tom Kench.
Well, one of them was already gonna be Kench because I was gonna choose Kench, but
I want Kench. I can't play Shen.
I don't have to. So there you go.
You got Twisted Fate?
Nope.
God damn it. How do you not
I
have
got
Shen and Shen's a support?
I
Mr.
got all
Support
support.
main.
No, no,
Shen
no,
support. Shen
no,
support. Shen support.
no.
Shen support.
Everybody with CC is not a support.
I didn't say everybody with CC. Shen is a warden, and his ultimate is literally to go help somebody and support somebody. He is a support. His
Nope, that one ability.
W blocks auto attacks. That was meant for bot lane supporting.
He got two abilities. One that I can kind of say is support moves. The other one is for everybody. Because of
What?
damn. There's alt. That don't make somebody a support.
All right, great. So his ult's for everybody. His Q is damage. His W, which allows you to make sure you and your allies block all auto attacks, is a support ability. That's why it does not scale with anything.
He has one real support ability.
And he also has a taunt, which locks them in to attack him.
Talia is more of a support than him.
Talia has 2 support abilities.
Talia actually has reliable CC.
He has a taunt dash. How's that not reliable?
At anything that puts you in danger, and then it's the fact that it's a dash skill shot,
It's a
it's
dash
not really
skill.
gonna.
It's a dash skill shot, and it also shields him because every time he uses an ability, he gets a shield. So,
Whether you
and he's a
just because
tank.
just because I walk into a shootout with body armor doesn't mean I'm protected.
He's a tank.
He's still putting himself in danger for CC that he still has to land.
He's a tank.
Okay, he's a tank. He's just as much as a tank. I mean, he's just as much as a support as Rammus.
No,
I'm listening.
he's more of a support because again, he still has his W. His W is a complete utility move. Rammus has no utility moves. He has.
That one thing is the only thing that's making the support argument even valid at this point. That's it.
He's a support. He's a top laner, a jungler, and a support.
He's
He's shitty at
historically been
jungle.
played as a support.
No, he can be played as a support. He is not a support.
Well, if you can be played as a support, doesn't that mean you also are a support? If you're a
Is that
warden, which is a supporty tank or a
is
defensive
misfortune
tank.
is misfortune a support?
Okay, so going back to what I just got finished saying, if you're a warden, which is literally a support tank,
It's
doesn't that
not.
kind of make you more of a support? And yes, it
It
is.
ain't, it ain't no literal support tank.
It is. Everybody that's technically classified as a warden, their primary class is either support and their secondary class is tank or vice versa.
You
And when
didn't
you
say,
look at every
but
warden
that's
in the
not what.
game,
Unless it's 100%, can't say that.
what do you mean?
Unless all the champions that are considered wardens have are tank and support. Unless it's 100%, you can't say literally everybody.
I think the only one that's not is Galio. I think he's still a mage tank. Because Braum is Poppy. I forget if Poppy's a support tank or not. If she's not a support tank, she's a fighter tank. Poppy's a fucking weird outlier.
She's a
Regardless,
fighter tank.
But
she's a
then,
fighter tank. Okay.
hmm
but
She's
then,
weird. She's a
but,
fucking weird juggernaut warden hybrid. But going
but
back
then,
to the point that I was making.
wait, hold
No,
on.
you're right. You're right.
But,
You're right on
but
that
you,
point because everybody
and
isn't.
you, yeah, and you also said that if you can play support, does that make you a support? And that's why I brought up the misfortune thing.
That's true.
Misfortune can play support.
I
She
don't
is
think that
not
means
going to be a support.
that means she has some supportive aspects. Shit,
A
Bran can be
slow,
played support, and Bran was never a support. It's just an
exactly.
aggressive ass support.
Being support needs a lot more than what they bring to the table. Now you can play anybody support, but doesn't mean it
But if you
doesn't it
can,
doesn't.
but if you can make it work, and if you can actually support your team, which is the other thing, because a support doesn't have to just support that damn lane. It's about supporting your team, bringing utility to your team. He counts as a support. Does he count as always being a bot lane support? No, but he counts as a support.
If that's the case, then if that's the case, then I can support anybody. I can support any
So then here's my question for you. Why don't you? Opens up your character pool, allows you to play more things. Support.
because my character pool was already too damn high when I first started playing the game. I was playing every position available. And then I
And
found the one.
just to go back to your point, since you were playing every support character, that's why I said you should be support. Or that's why I said you should have him. Because technically support's in his title. Support is one of his classifications. So going by you originally playing League and your original standard of I'm a support main and I have every support in the
Oh no,
game,
my oh
he
no,
actually
my
is a support.
no. When I first started playing League, my primary role was jungle.
What I'm saying is when me and you started talking and me and you started playing League together, that's what you told me. You told me that you
No,
have every support character.
no. When we first started playing together, that's why I had my old account. That old account, I really had had every champion available, and I was a support main, but I had every champion.
Okay, so with this account where you say you're a support main and you're going to play every support, why don't you
Yes,
have
I
Shen?
will, because Shen, I don't consider to be a support, and just like just like this is a great area for so some of the supports that I play, like I don't like Blitzcrank. I don't like his pill. I don't like his pill ability. He don't really got much pill, so I don't like him. I don't play him. I can play him.
Aeon,
I can
fuck
play
you.
him very well.
Aeonian, fuck you. I saw what you just did. You picked Garen.
Look,
You a pussy.
I love how his skin looks.
You a pussy. You bowing.
Wait,
You bowing to the bitch. You bowing to the spin to win.
wait. Let me just go ahead and do this real quick because people over here set tripping and whatnot. People really over here set tripping.
So
Like you know,
besides the funneling, strat, just so we can get a little bit more back on topic, did any of you want to talk about anything that this patch kind of brought up, or this patch notes kind of brought up?
Mm.
I think that like Riot is still trying to struggle with fucking balancing. It shows in a quick Aatrox fucking change. They released the champ. They had him on PBE and they still couldn't fucking get it right. At one point, like you want to I kind of want to see Riot release a champ or release a champ rework and not have to change it for the first patch, for at least a patch.
That would be nice, but that is also very unrealistic. Now, granted, I agree that they shouldn't be hot fixing it. I agree that they damn sure shouldn't be hot fixing it right afterwards, but I know that they're going to always end up editing the person in the next patch within 2 weeks, just because they're going to gather 2 weeks worth of data. Something funny that I found out that actually Riot does post, that Riot actually has up on a post on their site. They clearly explain that the PBE is nice, but it's still not a good environment to understand what this champion actually needs, which is henceforth why this hotfix came out. It's a much smaller community, and the matchups are just they're not ranked, so you don't really get a lot of actual good data from it. You have people that are fucking like Red Mercy and other fucking challenger players that are sitting there and just smurfing technically on fucking PBE and dicking the living hell out of people that are bronze. That's not gonna let you know if Aatrox is good. That's not gonna let you know what Aatrox really needs. I do agree that again, hot fixes shouldn't be a thing because I feel like he probably could have went another 2 weeks without those little bit of changes. And if you really think that change was something that should have happened, come on. The whole your dash automatically resets your auto attack timer. He was an auto attacking champion beforehand. You should have just made his dash do that. That's a common sense thing.
Oh no,
Increasing the dash's range by 50 units, meh.
I feel like he's
Everybody,
gonna be. I feel like that ability is gonna make him feel like Fiora a little bit.
probably. But I mean, everybody says his alt makes him look like Swain. So I don't care if it's gonna make him feel like a character. Everybody says his
So
freaking
he's
Q makes him
Riven,
feel like Riven.
Swain, and Fiora.
Riven, Swain, Fiora, and Victor. Because his W is Victor, from what everybody's been saying. But that's why I'm like, I don't care what people are saying about that. Because League is always gonna sit there and pull other shit from other people. What?
Well,
You want to just
technically,
say that
his.
You want to just say that Pike's Q is just fucking Thresh or Blitzcrank?
Well, that is yeah, it is true. But what I was gonna say for real is actually he got the better hand than Victor because Victor John is only like a slight pull from the edge. He just pulls you straight in the middle, just yank.
True, but I'm just telling you what people have been saying.
I know,
It
but I'm
You
isn't
saying
the, it isn't
like
the same,
like
but
like
it's like you
give,
can't say that
give my
because he has a
man Victor
pull.
some give my man some Victor some love. Like damn.
I'm just saying you can't say because he has a pull. That's just Victor's ability. It's not. You can't always look at abilities and say it's automatically somebody else's ability unless it's literally cooker cut or cookie cutter ability. Because even the whole it's just Riven. I mean, Riven's last hit is a knockup. He has 3 knockups if you land him right, but Riven's is about attack
And
or
hers is
animation
more fluid.
canceling. Right,
Hers is more fluid.
hers is fluid because there's not really a cooldown in between the abilities, and also it's about attack or it's about animation canceling and movement.
Which makes
When
her OP
Aatrox
as
does
shit.
it, when Aatrox does it, he doesn't move. He sits in the same exact spot that you cast it, and he's stuck in that animation. So that doesn't really flow correctly,
true.
which is why I don't agree with just him being a weird amalgamation of Riven 2.0. I know a lot of people were saying it, but I never really agreed with it. When you look at the skeletal frame of his kit, that's the only time I can say it's Riven 2.0. They took the same skeleton as Riven and they just changed up how it is. But when you want to get nitpicky and actually look at his kit, it's not really Riven 2.0. It's not. But going back to the point, I agree. Them balancing is something that they're never going to be able to fully comprehend. Can they do it better? Yes. There's always going to be the chance for them to do it better. Should they do it better? Yes. And they've been doing it a lot better. But with the weird state that I feel as though season 8 has been, I feel like they're back to fucking balancing as if it was season 1 or 2, just because everything's shaken up and weird. So I give them a little bit of leeway with that because it's shaken up and it's weird. But they got until fucking what, November until preseason with the new rank system. Don't have your shit shooken up and weird when the new rank system comes out, because all you're gonna do is piss off everybody, and that's something they really need to start thinking about. As much as they want to keep doing these big crazy ass changes, they need to backtrack on that. That's the reason why they didn't add those what was it, the Spear of Shojin and fucking Atma's Reckoning. They clearly said, hey, we don't want this right now. We did enough change. We don't want to keep the change because if we keep doing all this crazy nutty change, it's gonna do too damn much. They need to get back a little bit of their idea of what they want their game to be and what they're trying to actually have it. Whether it is forcing people back into a meta or letting the game be a little bit more crazy, but it's still kind of focused and you can see how shit can work and should work. The balancing is always going to be a fucking mess. Shit, even going back to that Riven buff that they did. Ooh, 5 points. And what was it besides the 5 points? 5 points, and your health regen is up by 1.5. I can admit that the health regen is a legit buff, but like seriously, what does 5 points do? What does cooldown? I can kind of understand seconds a little bit more, but really, what does 5 points do?
True.
That's that shit that confuses me on why is that so much of a fucking difference? What does that 5 points do? Unless it's something like a fucking Karthus Q where you're just throwing it out every fucking half a second. What does 5 points do? What does 5 points do on a 6 second cooldown? It doesn't do that much. That's the balancing shit that I want to question them on. And I really want to understand why did you people come to a fucking decision to that in 2 weeks? That should never be the end result. Are you muted?
Who?
Yes.
Oh.
You already know you was.
I was a little bit confused by it. I saw his mouth moving. I didn't know if he was actually muted or not.
Eating freeze pop.
Did you have
No,
any more? Did you have any more comments on it?
my only other thing was that these keystones, like, it's just they just don't make no damn sense. I don't. Some of this shit don't need to be here. That's
I can
like
agree with that.
unsealed spell book.
Why?
Um,
Why?
I really don't see that point.
I mean, when they finally got it to a good, viable position, I got it. But it's one of those things that, like, it just breaks the game. The whole point in summoner spells was to give you a little bit of choice and customization of, like, a customizable loadout. To allow you to just switch that loadout, either it's going to be broken because you're going to have access to everything, so what's the point? Or it's going to be weak because you having access to everything doesn't benefit you as much as the extra bonus you would have in your playstyle. One of the comments that I was listening to about how they have unsealed spellbook right now, it's really funny because it's like now you have to kind of force your playstyle to be about unsealed spellbook. That was never what keystones were supposed to do. They were supposed to enhance the playstyle that you're going with. But if you're forcing your playstyle and you're thinking 12 steps ahead because you have to think about what keystone you're going to switch to next and what keystone you're going to switch to after that and after that and after that, it makes it stupid. I've
Yep.
always had in my honest opinion, I've always had a gripe with inspiration because inspiration just looked like the hey, this is the tree that's just going to fuck things up. This is the
I'm
wacky
cool.
waving inflatable arm wailing. We're going to fuck your day up.
I'm cool with them. I'm cool with them like altering the system, the game, like breaking the system. I like that, but at least make it viable. I don't see like unsealed spellbook being like that reliable. It's
Well, like I
fine.
said,
Yes,
the old
early
one
game.
was the old one was before they reworked it. It was too viable. The new one isn't, but the old one was definitely viable because there was a fucking period of time where everybody was taking unsealed spellbook.
I just don't see it.
You smite while you're in the jungle just to make sure you can clear your jungle well, then take teleport when the fuck you need map presence, then take ignite when the fuck you're doing nothing but fighting one-on-ones or split pushing or some shit. They had a good time where it was viable,
Like
but
Yeah, that
I
time
think
with Kleptomancy was super viable.
it's still viable depending on the person that you're playing.
It's not
It's
played
just
by everyone now.
no, but right, and that's the point. You can't have a keystone that literally everybody is taking, because that's when it's stupid. That's my problem with fucking Ari. It's like, why is Poppy's best keystone summon Ari? Summon Ari shouldn't be Mordekaiser's best fucking keystone when it's not giving his actual shield purpose. It's only being used on the damage part. That shouldn't be Teemo's. If you don't have an ability that actually targets an ally and an ability that targets an enemy, it just shouldn't work for your kit. You should be getting both of those benefits. If you're only using half of the keystone, it shouldn't be so good that it's worth it to only use half of the keystone. That's stupid. It's the same fucking issue with the frozen or the ice augmentation thing. You don't just get it because now your auto attack's slow. You also get it because the items you're planning on using have some kind of slow. Blade of the Rune King, Iceborne Gauntlet. Fuck else has a slow? Gunblade. Like, if you're not getting one of those items, but you're using that, it shouldn't be so strong that your auto attacks are that strong of a fucking slow. Because if anything, just pick Ash. Just get a Frozen Mallet and call it a day. So I do agree with you. The weird place that these keystones are in are just really odd to me. But besides Unsealed Spellbook, what keystones were you looking at in particular?
That fucking hella Blaze too.
We ain't gonna talk about that. Everybody thinks it's shit. It's stupid. They looked at Lethal Tempo and said, hey, would it be cool if it was backwards? No.
I'm just very underwhelmed with these keystones.
You know what?
I feel like it should be more because it's
You know what I
not
think would
giving
be
me much variety.
I agree with you there too. You know what I think would have been a cool keystone? Because the main
What?
reason they wanted to do the whole the Hail of Blades was because they wanted to front load damage for people that do auto attacks, right?
Hmm?
That new weapon that came out, Storm Razor's Edge, why didn't they make that a keystone?
Yeah.
It's a keystone specifically if you want to crit. It it facilitates the crit playstyle. Just make, hey, your first auto attack in a certain amount of seconds is always going to crit. And whenever you crit, you're going to get a movement speed boost. I feel like that would be an okay keystone. Yes, it
I
is
need
going to
some.
front load damage, but that's the reason why you make it so that even though it's going to crit, early game, it's only going to be, 120% crit. So it doesn't really hurt early game. But by late game, it'll finally scale up to being 200% crit.
And I feel like tanks need a better keystone as well.
Oh, Lord God, yes, they do. I can't wait until they do, what the fuck is that tree called? Fortitude, Resolve. I can't wait until Resolve gets its fourth keystone and it's a real tank keystone. Because as much as I was happy that they were going to change these keystones and change like the rune system, I was kind of annoyed when it came out because Aftershock is nothing but fucking Leona's W. It just doesn't. Yeah, no, fuck it. It's just Leona's W. It's just the damage scales with health instead of scaling with AP. That's not unique. Giving everybody Leona's W takes away from making Leona unique. It's just
Oh,
Leona's W.
I said the same thing about picks, but you know what?
No, and I
But
agree with you. I agreed with you on that when we first talked about it. That was stupid as shit to me too. You just gave people picks. You just gave everybody picks. Like, why? Don't just reuse a mechanic that you have. I like Predator because, no, I can't even say that I like Predator because when they originally fucking showed Predator, it was like, wait a minute. So it's Rengar, just it doesn't make you invisible.
Hey guys, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play as we talk. That way, our viewers aren't just kind of like watching.
send me an invite.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll all play. It's not the end of the world. Because now we're actually just having a real fucking concept talk, so we don't necessarily need to stare at a screen. I agree with that completely. Lego, everybody ready?
1 second, let me mute you guys on the game.
Yes, good point. Is everybody muted on my end?
I want my pizza to be boneless.
What?
Boneless. Boneless pizza.
Boneless
No,
pizza?
bro. Sorry, you don't have a pelvic bone right in the middle of your pizza.
Anyway, y'all ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So going back to this keystone thing, I wanna break each one down for a split second. We don't gotta go into all the rooms. We can at least just talk about the keystones. How do you feel about
Give me Annie.
How do you feel about press the attack?
Press the attack for me. It seems like it works at least. The actual like extra fucking attack speed is.
Wait, please. I want Lysandra.
Sure. Who are you?
Rammus right now.
Yeah, I would never fucking. I do probably.
Yeah.
See, well, Darius
opposing me.
If you don't have the Dunk Master skin, if you don't got the Dunk Master skin, go kill yourself.
I don't.
Kill yourself. Give him up. You don't need him.
God King. Wait, who are? God, I don't want to be Pike. No, no.
No, you don't deserve. You don't deserve Darius. You don't have his skin. Give him up.
Nah. Wait, this fucker got Annie. Take Darius. Hurry. Hurry.
No, I want Pike over Darius. I was just saying, you don't deserve to have him. As long as you don't have him, you good. You didn't have the skin. You didn't have the skin, bro.
I'm happy.
You
So
didn't have the skin. You don't deserve
everybody
him.
feels press the attack is okay.
I feel that press the attack is okay for what it does, and where it particularly sits in the fucking meta.
I'm the attack.
Oh shit, you're breaking up,
Like-
bro.
I am
Yes.
really.
Yeah.
I think.
Said dial up, man.
It might be. This Twitch is not. Stream will load. That's annoying.
Is that motherfucker
Hey,
gold?
What'd you say?
Gold.
If I close this, I close this. I'm still breaking up.
Nah, you're good.
Is it better?
Just back to normal, actually.
That's joyful. Alright, so when I stream future, I'm probably just having you go phone.
We probably should have been using the lead client for voice instead of using.
Well, do you want to have picture still, or?
I don't think we really need it. I really don't honestly think anyone pays attention to our fucking pictures.
Alright, well, when the match loads, we can unmute it and then just cancel this out.
True.
So I'll just wait for the match to load up. But back to the one to talk about attack. I feel like that's gonna be too loud.
Yeah,
I feel
I fixed it.
I feel like press the attack. It pigeonholes the precision tree. Lethal tempo is good, but lethal tempo has this weird problem that press the attack. It's usually one of those two are viable, and that's. I do like the new one that they ended up creating, not domination. What the hell's it called? What's the new one that they created? Press the attack, lethal tempo, fleet of footwork, and
Conqueror.
Conqueror. I feel like Conqueror is good. That should have been a result. Not, but Conqueror to me feels very good and very thought out. I don't know if it needs to give you the extra AD, but it's still good. Fleet of footwork, I hate the shit out of it because it's so annoying. It's just sustained for 80 carries. But I feel like press the attack and lethal tempo, they weird. They have that weird issue where it's either one or the other, and it's never both are good. That's what gets on my nerves. I'm going top.
I'll come with you.
I'll go bot. Any bot.
Wait,
Shout out to
what game mode are we playing?
We are on Earth.
Oh, I don't need cooldown. Yeah, I don't need no cooldown. Screw that. All easy, all damage.
Spamming that fucking Q.
Oh, poke lane.
Poke lane.
This is not going to be fun.
Says you.
Ed, Caitlyn top. It's not on.
Okay, right.
Yep, not at all. Change the shit out of man. Pike, you were. I don't want it.
Please, I'm a thug.
I don't want it.
I want it. I want it all.
Hell, me so bad.
Yoinks! Yoinks! There were no plugs of the yoink.
You pull somebody, I got you with the follow up.
Okay.
Are we there yet?
First blood.
Shit.
An enemy has been slain.
They should. So. Alright, you go back. Oh, you picked exhaust. You did not. God damn it.
What?
What?
the
Exhaust saved my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
Look,
That's the reason why I killed you.
I'm mad at you. Saying shit. You took it. Not gonna be help you, or you're not gonna get back up here. That's.
I'm going to dash. I'm going to dash my way up there. What you talking about?
Yo, my E 4.8 second cooldown. In Earth, no, no, that ain't right. No, nothing is supposed to be on that long of a cooldown.
Watch this. Yoink! Caitlyn's always fall for it. I don't know why they fall for that shit.
Cause she's dumb.
Enemy has been slain.
I'm gonna ward. Cause I don't forward. I'm gonna try to hide because if I can. Ah, fuck, you already went back.
Ah, fuck you.
Ezreal's gonna be the one out of the bunch.
Come out, wherever you are.
Fuck. George W. Bush on her pussy, yeah.
Try to keep up.
Only part I remember from that song.
An ally has been slain.
Ooh.
Try the body block. No, no, alone. Leave me alone.
I gotta get to 6.
An enemy has been slain.
Yo, we're casting the cast inspector.
Fuck Ash, come on, do something, bro. Fucking useless.
An enemy has been slain.
How are you that fucking useless?
Ally has been slain.
Bruh.
This way.
I don't know how I got 500 ping. Internet. You're bad internet, nigga. That's how you got bad fucking ping.
You ready for this?
Shit. Poke is ridiculous.
Poke back over.
You see how low my poke is? What do you want me to do?
Try to keep up.
Just kidding. What's the con? So is there any other keystones you want to talk?
Wait a second. Ooh.
Well, not very much. Not very much because I don't really see like many keystones being valuable for every last champion.
What you say?
I don't see every keystone being that valuable for every last champion.
Well, of course, we're not gonna be it yet, but no, there. So besides getting to a viable for our champion,
Sure.
I said besides getting to a keystone viable for every champion, I said what other keystones do you see problems with? That's what I'm asking for. Before we even get to the keys that we see problems with,
Enemy killing
shit,
spree.
I tried the body. Before
Let's go on
the keystones that we see
that are
problems
awesome.
with.
Like Airy.
Right,
Summon
that's what I'm about to
Airy
ask.
is-
What keystone do you think is good?
Summon Airy.
What?
Amazing on people who have shields and actually do need to do damage. Like
I don't.
Lux and
I don't
Warriors
like
can-
the.
Slain.
I like the con. I like what some Aerie does. I just don't like how they went about doing it because I feel like some Aerie could have been a lot better if they didn't like legit put a little fucking squirrel that just goes to the person.
Honestly, some probably the one the least. It's simply because, like I said, all these people were using it when, if anything, it should have been for damage. You got people using it just because, ooh, it's strong enough, but that's not the point. Use both sides of it. If you're not able to use both sides of it, it shouldn't really be beneficial to you. To me, that's a problem.
We're getting fucked. Bot lane. It's 1v3. I don't count the edge. There we go. It's fucking over.
God damn it! Oh! Fucking flashed out. Draw. Draw so
They are. Yo, the animation went through, but it didn't because they gave me my cut. I had the fucking item in my cut.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Like, do you understand?
I hate this.
Enemy killing.
No! Auto!
What happened?
I almost killed, what's his face? One auto attack killing him. Hate. So much hate.
Enemy rampage. Shut down.
I have
An
4
enemy
deaths.
has been slain.
Fuck this. I'm gonna... Where's Cassidy?
This way.
Oh, there he is.
An enemy has been slain.
Let's count to 5. Are we there yet?
Didn't even have enough time to call myself.
An enemy has been slain. You have been slain. You have slain an enemy.
He tried.
Ooh, you tried.
Been
Oh, I tried.
Don't be a scaredy cat. Have you seen my first?
God damn it.
I hate it because all fucking Twisted Fate has to do is fucking spam, 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 and it's hard as shit to fucking dodge. Mid,
What'd you-
it's hard to dodge mid fight.
Has been destroyed.
Fuck.
Your inhibitor has been
Yeah,
destroyed.
I don't. Team didn't give up. Do you see what we're dealing with? Team did not give up. Man, you ain't paying attention to what the hell's actually going on. Team ain't giving up for nothing. This shit is not right now. That is what that is.
Wherever you are.
Sir? Why not?
Pussy,
Slain an enemy.
Oh,
Because
man.
come
What
at
happened?
me, come at me.
So, my question is, how do you feel about the route that Riot is taking towards resolving
Huh?
champion issues and shit? How you
How I
feel
feel
about
about
the route
Talking about that patch,
Rocket.
the fucking patch mentality. They find something that's wrong after releasing it and supposedly testing it. I think I think the Riot's biggest issue is they don't seem to do QA. Where's the fucking QA before you release shit out into prod? You know, if you're gonna fucking have
Boom.
Hey, finally got it. Care about. I got it.
Then,
Huh?
team. You know what I'm saying?
so like usually before you release a change out to like production, you test that shit out. Where's the testing?
Ally has been slain.
That'd be nice.
Shut down.
That would definitely be nice.
An enemy has been slain.
I am 1 and 7. I am useless.
I am 3 and wow, 3 and 6. I'm no better.
Alright.
Get him, Tibbers.
Fuck Tibbers. What about me?
Yeet.
An ally has been slain.
Wait, come here.
Come here.
An enemy has been slain.
Let's push that down. Just one push.
An ally has been slain.
They're probably gonna push that mid though. I don't know where they are.
on, Healy, 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 Healy.
Come out wherever you are.
Time to go wreck some faces. Wreck some faces.
Your turret has been destroyed.
At all. It. Not fair.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
You did it to yourself.
I would ask like fuck you mean, but I don't even care.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Yo, they doing
Been
it.
destroyed.
No.
I gave up in the beginning phase. What you thinking about, bro?
Yo, they trying me.
I'm gonna do something really stupid, but it's gonna work.
This way. Don't be a scaredy cat.
Suck my dick.
I'm gonna do something really stupid. Put up a tower.
Not that Twisted Fate here. Twisted Fate's coming up and Twisted
Hit the
Fate
tower.
to fuck your ass.
Oh. I almost got that. Almost got tower. And that's all that matters.
That is true.
Give me that button.
My man says he cheeks. Give the cheeks.
La bouteille.
Slain.
Alright, I got 3 items. 314 attack damage. Let's go. Why do I got that much attack damage? I have no idea. But will I keep it going? You damn right.
An ally has been slain.
Are we there yet?
Somebody got all the.
Come out wherever you are.
Oh, go!
How do you guys feel about Guardian?
Double kill.
It's okay for support. I guess I'm using it on Braum, so I can see the usefulness. But
An
other than that, it's lackluster.
Man, I just got poked out like that.
Keep disrespecting us at our own fucking base. Really?
I
Basically,
don't understand why I didn't thought we were mad. Did you not see that it was a Caitlyn, it was an Ezreal, and it was a Choice to Fate? Do you understand what that means? That means poke on levels of retardation beyond your comprehension.
Alright, guys. I think we should wrap this one up. If we're going to continue to stream Earth, we could do it on a different stream. But I want to make sure that we kind of do the outros and everything.
that's true. Well,
I'm
So-
okay with that.
Thanks for tuning in to the patch notes, guys. This was Pressar Gaming, Aeonian, signing out and shit.
Cross Echoes. Catch you later. Let
Grim
us know what you think of
66.
the new. Oh, go ahead.
As I said, Grim 66. I'm done. I'm good.
Let us know what you think of the new format when you end up seeing it, and eventually we're gonna end up leading into putting up some Reddit posts so we can try to have the conversation going throughout the week, or going until we end up streaming again. So that way it's not just a one-off. We're gonna turn these patch discussions into being more of just open-ended league discussions that can kind of just keep going, and we can keep talking about it. Hopefully you'll join us.
There we go.
With that
That being said,
deuces.
deuces.